Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead daily Q&A video for today, leading up to The Walking Dead Season 7. In this one, we're going to start with talking about one of the supposed endings for The Walking Dead. According to comicbook.com and Robert Kirkman, one of the endings was that the series would end when the group reached Alexandria. And I'll put the link to the article from comicbook.com with the quote and everything. And it goes, the ending has changed, Kirkman said. There was one version that would have had it ending as soon as everybody reached Alexandria. So that's kind of cool, just to kind of put it in perspective, that it sounds like earlier on when Kirkman was doing the Walking Dead comic book series, there was one ending he had in mind that would, it sounds like, be a happy ending when the group eventually reached Alexandria. And if you look at the series and you look at how the series has changed, it was mostly like a survival horror way earlier on in the show, where you had, Rick and the group, you had the survivors, they were focused on surviving, they were focused on living, you had the governor, you had a great villain there. And then after that, it sounds like one of Kirkman's ideas was to kind of wrap up the series at that point, if maybe it wasn't working out or wasn't selling enough or people weren't that interested in it. Of course, he probably had no idea it was going to become a worldwide phenomenon and a huge television series. I mean, just monumental TV series compared to a lot of shows that are out there. I mean, AMC, they're pretty much the biggest series AMC's ever had, and by a lot of metrics, it's one of the biggest television series on cable ever. So it's pretty crazy to see. Comic book sales do really well all the time as well too for it. I mean, it's always in the top 100, usually around the top 30. So it just does really well consistently. So it sounds like he decided to keep it going, and he came up with the ideas for No Way Out and all the other stuff that we've seen. Negan, the Saviors. God, am I glad he kept going because that would have sucked, man. I mean, the series would still be, if they had ended at Alexandria, it would still be the best zombie apocalypse story there is, I think, to me anyway. I mean, and I've seen, majority of, there's tons of B movie zombie movies, but I've seen all the main ones pretty much, all the big release ones for the most part. And, there's just not that much out there in the zombie apocalypse genre that can hold a candle to The Walking Dead, even if it was to end at Alexandria. So now that we're, way further past that, The Walking Dead is definitely the best zombie apocalypse, story I think that's ever been written. So you got to give Kirkman that for sure. So I'm glad he kept it going, because that would have been that would have sucked, man, if he would have ended it at Alexandria. I'm really glad it's been going longer than that. So write your comments below, guys. Let me know what you think about that. And, the change of the show, and, if you're happy that the show is continuing and that this comic book series, of course, originally, and then the show as it gets adapted, has continued. I'm very happy that he didn't end it at that part. But you see, he could have, right? He could have done that. And there's lots of different series that do end like that could be great series long running. And the creator's like, I've had enough. I'm just going to close it out here. It'll be happy ending. Everybody will be happy. It'll be great. And then that'll be it. I'm so glad he didn't do that. So really happy for that. Check out the article, guys, and read it for yourselves. A few questions for today. Next one's from Ballistic 6, and here she says, "Hey Trev, do you think Gabriel will have a bigger role in season 7? So no, I don't. And this is something that actually is pretty cool with the series right now, and also with the big transformation in the last couple seasons. If you look at it, when they do arrive at Alexandria and past that, you have a lot of the Alexandrians that are added to the main group. And it really brings in a lot more forefront characters, your B-list, C characters, and even A-listers brings in. I'd say Negan is an A-lister. Dwight also, for the TV series version, looks like he's going to be at least a B-lister, A-lister, close to one of our big, main characters for the series. So, characters like Gabriel, they'll be there. Maybe they'll get some stuff to do. But, there's going to be so many characters now, and Gabriel will be there, and a lot of the other characters will be there too. but there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot added in. There's going to be the saviors and their perspective, and man, it's not as simple as like one group of just like a dozen or so survivors, and that's the way the survival horror series goes. I really love the transformation the show has gone and through, and I don't think, I mean, Gabriel will be there. He'll probably have some moments because he was in charge of the defense of Alexandria and that, so he's got to have some, but to me, it sounds like, there's going to be so many characters. There just won't be that much time for everybody. But hopefully we get some extended episodes this season, because I think they can do it with the cast they have and the environments and everything. It should lend itself to some 90-minute, 60 whatever with commercials. But you guys know what I mean, 90-minute episodes. Jamie Powell says, sorry for the simple question. Do you think after seeing the trailers, etc., do you think that Dwight might take a prominent role and outlive Daryl? So I think this is a pretty loaded one and a good one. And people are still in comments I see every day comparing Dwight to Daryl and how similar they are and everything, especially, Dwight's got the longer hair now too. He even dresses similar. He rides and everything. Man, there's just so many similarities between the two. So, for me personally, I hope that Dwight does not outlive Daryl. I hope he doesn't become sort of the kind of future version of Daryl, personally. That would be quite shocking if Daryl was killed off, late season 7 or something, and Dwight ended up being the one to take over his sort of role and kind of be in between the groups and kind of against, for Negan, but against him, part of the Saviors, but really hates him. And you can see some of that in the trailer, too. It seems like you're going to start to see the start of that, too, because, of course, Negan is, with his girl and stuff. So it's, definitely you can see that he would hate him. But, some people, like one person asked me, I forget, sorry I didn't write down the username, why I dislike Dwight or why I don't like, and you pretty much, I would think that everybody would. I mean, if you're a fan of Daryl, if you don't like Daryl, then naturally you probably would like Dwight. If you like Daryl, naturally you wouldn't, because he's screwed up a couple times, and it's just that's the type of character that Dwight is. But going into season 7, they're going to probably redeem him at least a little bit, and in the eyes of the viewers, and make us sympathize for him, at least a little bit. So, but he will take on a prominent role for sure. But I hope he doesn't outlive Daryl. And I can't see it. I can't see them killing off Daryl and keeping Dwight. I don't know. I mean, anything's possible, but I don't know. You guys can write your comments below. Let me know what you think about that, or if you think that both can survive and that will be fine, and they just have a lot of similarities, and that's it. Maybe they can be best buds after a while because they're so similar. I don't know. Write your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. JoshTehYoda says, "Hey Trev, do you think we will get to see Carl sneak into the sanctuary this season?" So, man, we got to see some stuff with Carl. I mean, that's part of like the Ballistic who asked about Gabriel. Carl's another character that's there too that we have to see a lot of transformation from, and we just haven't been getting that much. I mean, he had the fight last season with Ron, and they're fighting and stuff, and you get a few dark moments with Carl, with Chandler Riggs' version of Carl, but it's not like the comics, man. They got to do a lot of stuff with that. So I'm expecting to see at least a little bit. But there's some stuff, spoilers regarding Sanctuary and what happens with that and that. So I won't get into it too much because I know not everybody likes that and everybody wants to know about that. So I'll keep that out of the video. But we should at least see some stuff with Carl. This season we kind of have to. A couple more. Jefferson says, "Hey Trev, do you think that Rick will ultimately kill Negan if he is able to defeat him and the Saviors, or do you think he will keep him alive?" And let's wrap it up with this one. So I think that he will keep him alive, and there's already a start. You can already see Gimple is really good. I mean, he really sets these things up for long term. When he has Morgan build like a prison jail cell, this kind of deal. He spotlights it, he shows it to us, he lets us know Morgan's philosophy and his ideals, and he gives it even a flashback episode where he was kept in a cell before too, so he wants to and he was able to redeem himself, so he wants to have a similar type of thing in Alexandria. Gimple's great, man. And whoever wrote that in, I think that Morgan's influence on Rick is going to cause Rick to decide, okay, let's be more humane than that. Let's not just kill whoever. And also because if Negan was the same as Rick right now, he could have wiped out the whole group that was there. You know, all 11 of them, killed them all, and then moved on. So I think maybe Rick, being in that position, and afterwards will probably decide that maybe Negan didn't kill all of them, and he could have. So maybe it's best that Rick, because the governor probably would kill every single last one of them for the most part, maybe torture a few of them or something like that, you know, that type of deal. So yeah, I think Rick will actually. I think it'll be much the same as in the comics, and I think that Rick will keep him alive, and that Negan's going to be a long-term survivor. He probably won't be a short-term survivor, and. Yeah, we'll do one last one from David Norstad, who said, "Hey Trev, what do you think about Daryl and Jesus being a couple?" So that was in a comment. I thought it was pretty funny. So the comments about Jesus being a homosexual and everything, but I mean, Daryl and Jesus being gay together. We went through this discussion, and this was confirmed sort of outside the show that Daryl is not gay. So it's just what it is. I think he's just he's pretty damaged. So he hasn't met the right person yet. But I'd like to see him and Rosita maybe in a relationship. I think that would work and would be really, really good. And they did go on the run together and that kind of stuff. So, I think that would work. I think they should do that. So we'll see what they do. And no, I don't think that Daryl and Jesus will be making out anytime soon on on set or anything. It's weird. So write your comments below, guys. Let me know what you think about all the questions. Continue to send me them, man. I got pages here. So it's awesome, guys. So keep sending them to me. I love it. And we'll keep making videos almost daily, guys, for sure. And if you like this video, the usual stuff, guys, don't forget to thumb it up. You can also share, favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left to subscribe. That's it for this video today. I'll see you guys again real soon. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See ya. You can share, you can favorite, you can subscribe. Hell, you're all going to be doing that.